Giribaratari Gopi Chanapalapa Giribaratari Yasodanandana Bhajachanananshana Yashodanandana Bhajachananshana Chamunatira Vanachari Chamunatira Vanachari Jayarata Madhavam Kancha-vihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Mukam karati vachalam pangam langyate kirim vyakipam tham bande sikununtanatarinam Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Sharakaya Chakshurmiritam Yena Tasamai Shikave Namaha. So I would like to welcome you to the first day of our seminar on prayers of Prahlada Maharaj. This is the first day welcoming you to our seminar. And you have some papers there, and you should go last page of the papers. You can take one from there. And yes, Hare Krishna, welcome. And some papers for you. Yeah, here you go. You can just take the whole thing. Jai, welcome. So this is the first day of seminar prayers, Prahlada Maharaj. And we got papers, so I want you to go to the very last page of your papers. And it will say prayers. It's got prayers on there. We're going to say the first prayer. And this prayer was sung by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he visited the Lord Nrisingha temple in India. Shri Nrisingha Jai Nrisingha Jaya Jai Nrisingha Dev. Shri Nrisingha Jai Nrisingha Jaya Jaya Nrisingha Dev. Prahlada Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. Prahlada Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. All glories to Nrisinghadev, all glories to Nrisinghadev, who is the Lord of Prahlada Maharaj, and like a honeybee is always engaged in beholding the lotus-like face of the goddess of fortune. So now we are going to start the seminar, and later on we will go to all your notes. They will be helpful for you. So Prahlada is praying. Nrisinghadev has appeared very, very angry, very angry. And the demigods have offered so many beautiful prayers, he's still angry. So they couldn't satisfy him, so they sent Prahlada forward. It's because of your father. You have to go and do something to pacify Lord Nrisinghadev. So yes, Lord Nrisinghadev is just like a mother lion to Prahlada. When he saw Prahlada, he picked him up and he started licking him just like a lion, mother lion licks the cub. So Prahlada is like a little lion cub. And the mother, she makes sure everything is okay on the body by licking the cub. So Nrisinghadev, he was licking Prahlada when Prahlada first came in front of him. So he was immediately pacified by seeing Prahlada Maharaj. And he put his hand on Prahlada's head. Very, very special. He didn't do that even for Lakshmi or Brahma or Shiva or anybody. Only Prahlada got that. Only Prahlada, yes. And Srila Prabhupada said that we can get that same benediction, hand on our head from Nrisinghadev by chanting Hare Krishna. When we chant Hare Krishna, then we touch the Lord with our tongue. And so we can get that same benediction as Prahlada Maharaj got. So now we are going to go to our outline. That's the first page of your thing. And that is, let's see if I can find it. So we're going to study the prayers of Prahlada Maharaj. And the first section you have is, of course, he starts the prayers with humility. He's very humble. He was saying, he was not proud. He didn't say, oh, the demigods failed, I'm going to succeed. No. He was saying, how can I offer prayers? I'm born in a demon family. So how can I offer prayers to you, my Lord? So then we see on this outline here, from verses 9 to 12, he gives reasons why he has confidence the Lord will accept his prayers. So we should also feel confident that we can pray and the Lord will answer our prayers. So this is Prahlada. So why is he confident? The first thing is this verse 9. He said, even the animals can actually, they satisfied you. Which animal satisfied the Lord? Who can say which animals? We know there's some animals in our... Gajendra the elephant. Elephant can't even come inside this temple, but he satisfied the Lord by his prayers. Gajendra. And Hanuman, he was not smart, he was not beautiful, though some people may think he's beautiful, but according to human estimation, he was not so beautiful. Oh, Hare Krishna. not happy, baby. Jai. Jai Prabhupada. So, yeah. So we, the Lord is not looking for riches. He doesn't care how rich we are. He doesn't care what family we're coming from. He doesn't care how beautiful we are, or austerity, what we did, or Vedic knowledge, or our sensory prowess, or our effulgence. I mean, you see, if you go to Kumbh Mela, we're seeing on Facebook all the different kinds of people there. Some of them have yogic mystic powers. Some of them are very strong. Some of them did so much austerity. But the Lord doesn't care for that. And all of them are going there to bathe in the holy river. And we got some of that today. If those who attended Bhagavatam class got the water from the Sangam, the devotee who was giving class just came from there, and we all got the water on our heads. So that's the benefit of attending Bhagavatam class. Whoever went to class got the water from Sangam. So so if the animals, they could satisfy. He's not looking for all the riches we have, but he's looking for our devotion. So let's see, your outline says, he's confident. So now we're going to verse 10. And let's see if I think we are going to chant this together. Let me check. We are. So you go to your next page, the first verse on there, 7, 9, 10. So I'll sing one line. You can repeat after me. Vipradisha gunayutat aravindanabha. Vipradisha gunayutat aravindanabha. Pad aravinda vimukha shapacham varishtam. Pad aravinda vimukha shapacham varishtam. Manye tad apitamana vachane hitarta. Manye tad apitamana vachane hitarta. Prana punati sakula natupurimana. Prana punati sakula natupurimana. If a Brahmana has all 12 of the Brahminical qualifications as stated in the book called Sanat Sujata, but is not a devotee and is averse to the lotus feet of the Lord, he is certainly lower than a devotee who is a dog-eater, but who has dedicated everything, mind, words, activities, wealth, and life, to the Supreme Lord. Such a devotee is better than such a Brahmana, because devotee can purify his whole family, whereas a so-called Brahmana in a position of false prestige cannot purify even himself. So he's confident that if you become a devotee, then you can please the Lord. Even a Brahmana is not as good. He cannot even liberate his whole family. But a person born in a Western family or dog-eater family, he can do that. So I'll give you an example about a story from His Holiness Indradumna Swami, from His Holiness Indradumna Swami. But first of all, we would like to quote from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. He says, when a great saint, a pure devotee, is born in a family, then his ancestors and descendants for 100 generations are liberated. When a medium devotee, a preacher, is born in a family 14 generations before, 14 generations after, are liberated. And when a neophyte devotee, just a new devotee, is born in a family 3 generations before and 3 generations after, are liberated. So if you think you're a new devotee, you can liberate your father, mother, grandfather, and great-grandparents, and your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. If you just remain a devotee, remain a devotee and serve Krishna. There was one devotee, he became a devotee in Bombay, and his family was very upset because, he had a high position in business and everything, in IT. And then they came to the temple for a class. And in the class it was said that, what's the benefit of the family? If your family member becomes a devotee. So they were saying, oh yeah, this benefit, they will get liberated, they will get so much punya. So after the class, the devotee's cousin, he said, can you pray for me too? So his parents were happy actually after that. So Nirjamna Swami, he said I tried my best to help my mother, and she was in spiritual life, but unfortunately she never showed the slightest interest. She said, well, something may be out there. That was all she believed. And he said, whenever I visit her, we would debate the soul, karma, and I would send her all the books. But then a few years ago, she telephoned me late one night, and she said, can you take me to Vrindavan? And I said, what? So he said, okay, let's talk tomorrow morning. So he phoned in the morning, and his brother answered the phone, and he said, can I speak to Mom? And there was a prolonged silence. She went out that door. Yeah. I think he's looking for the mummy. Okay. Yeah, that way. So, there you go. Jai. So, yeah, he said, and the brother said, Mom passed away last night. And he said, what? I just talked to her. He said, yeah, she had cancer. She didn't want you to let you know for 6 months. And did she say anything at the end? Maharaj asked. And the brother said, yes, she did. She said, don't lament for me. I'm not this body. I'm eternal spirit soul. I'll never die. I'm going to Krishna. And he said, how could she say that? And then he said, yes, when she saw she had cancer, she got all the books and started reading them, and she got all your tapes, your lectures, she was listening, and she was underlining. And his brother said, yeah, I think something in those books made her fearless. And so Maharaj was so happy, he just gave her the books, and she became liberated. So that was a wonderful. We can also liberate our family if we just remain fixed in Krishna conscious, do our service, chant our rounds, and we can liberate our family before and after. So now in your chart again, first page, you can see Krishna is self-sufficient, but he begs our love. So that's why he's confident that Krishna will hear our prayers. That Krishna, what he's looking for is not the things. He has everything. But he's looking for that which we are holding back from him. And that is our love. The Bali Maharaj, he was also, Krishna was looking for, okay, what's left? You gave me everything. What's left? Put it on my head. Put your footstep on my head. So Krishna also, he won't do that unless you're a pure devotee. Don't worry. He won't take everything away unless you are really a pure devotee, and you won't be disturbed by that. When I was in Russia, a question came, I'm afraid to chant Hare Krishna because Krishna will take everything away. I said, no, that's only for advanced devotees. And I heard also in Tamil Nadu, they're afraid to worship Krishna, especially if he has a flute in his hand. Then you might leave everything and just follow him. Also in not Mauritius, in Malaysia. Malaysia also, they're afraid to worship Krishna because of that. He might take everything away. But don't worry, he won't do that. He just wants our love. He only wants our love. So now verse 12, he's confident because just by chanting and hearing, we can go to Krishna. Yes. And Srila Prabhupada said also, if you decorate the deity, you decorate your heart. Anybody here does deity worship? Oh, you do? Okay. So you're decorating your heart. So everybody should have deities at home, because then your heart will be full of decoration, spiritual decoration. So now Nrisingha is very, very angry, and he's trying to pacify him. And that is now on your sheet, on your outline 13 and 14, is pacification. So he's trying to stop him from being angry. So why? He's angry because of Hiranyakashipu. He was torturing Prahlada. He was the original child abuser. We heard about child abuse. You know, he's the first one who was, I mean, what's worse than trying to kill the kid? You know, he was trying to kill Prahlada Maharaj. So he was the first original one. And the Nrisingha came to protect Prahlada Maharaj. So Prahlada was saying, you know, all the demigods, you know, they're in a transcendental position, not like us, but they're scared. So you're coming here for protection of the universe. So give up your anger. And don't be angry anymore. And Srila Prabhupada has said, if we chant Hare Krishna very nicely, then Krishna will come and he will give us his darshan. And then verse 14 is also a famous verse, but we will not sing that yet. Prahlada says, my Lord Nrisingha, stop your anger. My father is killed. Even saintly persons take pleasure in killing of a scorpion, of a snake, or a snake. So yes, a scorpion or snake. When Prabhupada was having trouble in Juhu, Bombay, there was a man who was just like a snake. And they tried to destroy the temple and everything. And then I think Prabhupada was in Australia when he got the news, oh, Mr. Nair is dead. And Prabhupada was so happy. And his servant said, you know, why are you happy? Because this man died. And he said, yeah, I was praying to the Lord to kill him. He had a heart attack. So he was very, yeah. So there is the snake charmers, they can charm the snakes. But also they can give you trouble too if you're not careful. When my god sister was doing book distribution in India, what they would do, they would set up a table in the middle of the village and sell the books. So she set up the table, but it was the place of a snake charmer. She took his place. So he sent a snake to bite her. And she didn't die, her leg got really big. But then she went to the next village, and another snake charmer chanted some mantras, and all the poison went away. So that's what we're doing by chanting Hare Krishna. We chant Hare Krishna, and all the poisons go away. We can charm our crazy mind and to listen to the holy name, and then we become free from all miseries. So now verse 15, Prahlada is saying, you know, I'm not afraid of you. You know, you have how he describes Nrisingha, your ferocious mouth and tongue, your eyes bright like the sun, your frowning eyebrows, your sharp pinching teeth, your garland of intestines. So his father, Nrisingha, took out his intestines and made a garland around him. It's kind of scary, but Prahlada was not afraid. And your mane, your hair soaked with blood, your high wedge-like ears, and your tumultuous roaring are your nails meant to kill your enemies. So he was fearless. But one thing he was afraid of, and we are going to hear about that on your verse sheet, verse number 16. 7, 9, 16 is the second verse on your sheet. Chastasmyaham kripanavad saladu sahakara. Saham kripanavad saladu sahakara. Sangsara chaka karanaga satam pranita. Sara chaka karanaga satam pranita. Badha sakarma bir ushatama krimulam. Hasakar bir ushatama krimulam. Prita pavagashavanam havayase kadanu. Prita pavagashavanam havayase kadanu. Oh, most powerful, insurmountable Lord, who are kind to the fallen souls, I have been put into association of demons as a result of my activities, and therefore I am very much afraid of my condition of life within this material world. When will that moment come when you will call me to the shelter of your lotus feet, which are the ultimate goal for liberation from conditional life? So yes, he's afraid of association, bad association, and we should also be afraid. Sometimes Prabhupada would tell us, you're not afraid enough of Maya, your devotees. And so we do have to be afraid of Maya. And we should be eager to go back home, but to go ahead. When will Krishna call me? Of course, Krishna is calling us already, and that's why we're here in this temple, and why we're going to the temple program. But of course, we hear Krishna calling us in different ways. So I would like to ask you to think, how is Krishna calling you here? What attracts you to come here? Why did you come to be with the devotees? What is it that made you come here? And somebody, tell me. You can raise your hand and if you have some idea. Yeah? Hear about Krishna. Oh, you like to hear about Krishna? Okay, great. Good. Anybody else? How is Krishna calling you? So Krishna's calling you by his pastimes. You want to hear about him, what he's doing. That's really great, because he's our Father. We should know about him. Okay. So any other reasons? How is Krishna calling you here? Anybody else? Yeah? Devotee association. Wow. Yeah, that's really nice. Devotees are very... You won't find anybody like devotees in this world. It's completely different association in your work, in your school. It's a whole different type of association. What are other ways that Krishna? Yes? Well, by going, you see outside what it's like without Krishna. Wow. You go to your country or something? Oh, every 5 years you go there and you suffer without Krishna. Yes, yes. Krishna is calling you when you're in separation. That's true. That's the highest love. And that's what Lord Chaitanya is teaching us. Separation is the highest love. When you're in separation from Krishna, then you feel, oh, where is Krishna? Where are the devotees? Where is the temple? Yeah. If somebody works in Saudi, in Dubai or someplace like that, of course now there's many devotees there, and I think they might allow temples. I don't know, but okay. Any other ways Krishna is calling you to come here? Oh, prasadam. Yes. 3 times a day you can eat here. You can eat nice prasadam. Prasadam, you're being called here by prasadam. Okay. Any other ways? Krishna, yeah? To do service. Oh, you like to serve Krishna. Yeah, it's better than... And you don't get any pay. I mean, maybe. I don't know if you do. But generally, devotees do seva. And they don't get a pay. And it's better than jobs. Jobs, you work so hard and you get money. But here, you work so hard and you don't get... I don't know, maybe you do, but you do. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's changed. In my day, we never got any money. We were in poverty, but we didn't care. We were so happy. If you have family, you need money, of course. You do need money if you have family. And you just come here and do service. That's good. That's good. I'm glad they are taking care of you. Krishna is taking care of you. Yeah, there's some more papers up here. Okay. Got one. All right, so we are on verses. We're just, did I read that verse? Yes, I did read that verse, yes. Okay, so now we go to your outline again. And we're going to hear verses 17 to 19, which is all about remedies. You don't have these verses. Well, you will later. You will have one verse, I think. 19. Okay, so 17, Prahlada says, we're suffering in this world like burning in a fire of lamentation. And there's so many remedies, but these remedies in this world are more miserable than the miseries themselves. Therefore, I think the only remedy is to engage in your service. And what happened now in America, the leading cause of death is the remedies, the Western medicine. It's the leading cause of death in USA now. They're the most unhealthy country in the world. And so what can you do? Anybody have that experience? The remedy is worse than the disease. Yes. I have that experience sometimes, that the remedy is worse. So that is verse 17. So therefore we should serve Krishna. And service is the real remedy. It's eternal. It's eternal remedy. And of course, you have to work hard in this world. There is one devotee, his father, he was retiring from his company. He worked for 77 years. So he invited his devotee son to come, and he gave a speech. And he said, I worked so hard for 77 years in this company, and now I am retiring. But my son, he's more intelligent than me. At the age of 17, he joined the Hare Krishna movement and retired from working this. So, yeah. So, yes, we think the remedy is to work hard. But no, devotees, they work hard. I didn't have any job I don't have any pension or anything. I just serve Krishna, and I have Krishna pension. He takes care of me for my life. So verse 18, Prahlada Maharaj says, Lord Nrisingha, by engaging in your loving service with devotees, liberated souls, I'll become uncontaminated by association of the three modes and chant the glories of your Lordship so dear to me. So then I can cross the ocean. So this is the, he wants the devotee association, following the devotees, association of devotees. And when you are without it, it is you feel that suffering. So now we will go to your verses again, 7, 9, 19, the third verse on your sheet. And I'll sing one line. You can repeat after me. Balasya neha shavanam pitara Nrisingha. Balasya neha shavanam pitara Nrisingha. Nartasya chagaramoran vatimachato nam. Nartasya chagaramoran vatimachato nam. Taptasya tat pativiti yahanja shestas. Taptasya tat pativiti yahanja shestas. Tava vibhautanupitam tvarupekshitanam. Vibhautanupitam tvarupekshitanam. My Lord Nrisingha, O Supreme, because of a bodily conception of life, embodied souls, neglected and not cared for by you, cannot do anything for their betterment. Whether remedies they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial, are certainly impermanent. For example, a father and mother cannot protect their child. A physician and medicine cannot relieve a suffering patient, and a boat on the ocean cannot protect a drowning man. Jai, welcome. So we have some, I guess there's papers there she can have. You can take those papers there on the, okay, got some. Right. So we are on verse 7, 9, 19. So on his deathbed, Alexander the Great, have you heard of Alexander the Great? He was a great emperor. He conquered a lot. He even came to India, but he learned a lot there. So actually, there was one time he was going on the road with his army, and he saw one saintly person sitting in meditation, and he respected the saintly person, and he said, "Is there anything I can do for you?" And the saintly person said, "Can you just move out of the sun? You're blocking my sunlight." So that's India. They don't care. They're in their meditation. They don't need anything from the emperor. So on his deathbed, Alexander the Great called his generals and told them, "I have 3 wishes after I die. First, I want the best doctors to carry my coffin. And second, I want all of my wealth to be distributed on the land on the way to the crematorium. And third, I want my hands to hang loose out of the coffin for everyone to see." So why would he want the best doctors to carry his coffin? Yeah? No doctor can save you. Yeah. And why did he want all his money to be scattered on the earth? You can't take it with you. It stays here and you go. And why would he want his hands hanging empty? You come empty-handed and when you leave. Yeah, so that is the truth. And he understood that. And he said that people understand we come to this world empty-handed, leave empty-handed after the most precious treasure of all is exhausted, and that is time. He says, time you cannot buy back. Now you're dying, and so you cannot get the time back. Cannot stop. We have a certain number of breaths. And when that is finished, then we are finished. And that's why the yogis hold their breath, so they can live hundreds of years. Perfection in pranayama is if you can hold your breath. Stop breathing. Because you just have a certain number of breaths, and you can live without breathing, actually. The yogis, they can live without breathing. So yeah, we had one yogi in Vrindavan, 700 years old. He would just sit up in his hut on some stilts. He would never come out. Once he came out and gave darshan to the devotees of Krishna, and he praised Prabhupada and Hare Krishna movement. He was very, very happy. So, yeah, so now the only remedy, of course, is devotional service. Srila Prabhupada says, purport of that verse, our humble attempt to propagate Krishna conscious movement all over the world is the only remedy that can bring about a peaceful and happy life. So that is the remedy. Yeah, you can give a, yeah. Good, yes, we are here, and we are going to the last verse on your first page, 7, 9, 20. So we heard how the remedies are all impermanent without Krishna. And now we're going to hear, why should we surrender to Krishna? First reason today. 7, 9, 20 on your verse sheet. Yasmin yato yahi yena cha yasya yasman. Yasmin yato yahi yena cha yasya yasman. Yasmai yataya utayasta para ram. Yasmai yataya utayasta para ram. Bhava karoti vikaroti pitak swabhavam. Karoti pita sabha sanchaditastadakilam bhavata sarupam. Itastadakilam bhavata sarupam. My dear Lord, everyone in this material world is under the modes material nature, being influenced by goodness, passion, and ignorance. Everyone, from the greatest personality Lord Brahma, down to the small ant, works under the influence of these modes. Therefore, everyone in this material world is influenced by your energy. The cause for which they work, the place where they work, the time when they work, matter due to which they work, goal of life they have considered final, and the process for obtaining this goal, all are nothing but manifestations of your energy. Indeed, since energy and energetic are identical, all of them are but manifestations of you. So the point here is that, in Sanskrit and in many languages, you have all these cases. So here, in all the cases, it's Krishna. So yasmin means in any condition. So in any condition, Krishna is there. And then yata, because of anything, Krishna, he is the cause. It's because of him that this world is working and you're living your life. And then yarhi, at any time, Krishna is there. At any time. Yena, by something, it's by Krishna. Yasya, relationship with anyone, it's relationship with Krishna. Yasmat, from any cause, it's Krishna. Yasmayan, to anyone, give it to Krishna. Yata, in any matter, however you do it for Krishna. And whatever it may be, give it. Ya, anyone who, that means you, should do it. Bhavata Sarupam, these are all Krishna's energies. So now I want you to go to the last page, which is prayers. And we're going to do the same thing Prahlada did for Krishna. We're going to do it for Lord Chaitanya. How Lord Chaitanya is in all the cases of Sanskrit. So this is the second prayer. I'm going to do the different phrases, and you can repeat after me, and I will say the English. So, Gora Saschavitam Mitamritanidhi. Gora Saschavitam Mitamritanidhi. Lord Gora is the nectar reservoir of divine nectarian pastimes. Goram Sadaiva Stute. Gora Sadaiva Stute. I always chant the glories of Gora. Gorena Pratitam Rahasya Bhajanam. Rena Pratitam Rahasya Bhajanam. The most esoteric form of worship, the mood of the gopis, was preached by Gora. Goraya Sarvam Dade. Ya Sarvam Dade. I offer everything unto Gora. Gora Asti Kipala Tanapara. Gora Asti Kipala Tanapara. Other than Gora, there is no one in this world as merciful. Gora Sapritya Bhavam. Gora Sapritya Bhavam. I will become the servant of Lord Gora. Gore Goravam Acharami. Gore Goravam Acharami. I act in reverence centered on Gora. Bhagavan Gora Pabarakshamam. Bhagavan Gora Pabarakshamam. O Gora Prabhu, Supreme Lord, please protect me. So, yes, he is in all the cases there, and just like Krishna, he can help us in any time, in any place. Give it to Gora, worship Gora, pray to Gora, pray to Krishna. So our last verse for today, you don't have it, verse 21, Prahlada prays that we are entrapped by our mind. It's not on your paper, so don't worry about it. We are being entrapped. Why we should surrender to Krishna? Because our mind is entrapping us with so many desires. I need this, I need that. And in case you don't need anything, there's advertisements that tell you you do need it. And if you have an old iPhone, it won't do. You need 17 now. 17 is what you need. And my son, his first job was as a salesman. And he said, yes, sales means that you have to convince people that they need something they don't really need. That is what it means to sell. That's what he figured out. So he's still selling, but now it's in bigger things, houses. Before it was like a torch or a pen or something. Now he's selling tiny houses on wheels. So yeah. Anyway, so our mind is polluted, and that's why we need to surrender, because only Krishna can control our crazy mind. So tomorrow we're going to hear a lot more reasons why we should surrender to Krishna according to Prahlada Maharaj, and also about the pure devotee. Why we should worship the pure devotee. And why is it better to be servant of Krishna than to be directly servant of Krishna. So I'll stop here today. If you have any questions, you can ask at this point. Yes? Oh, yeah. Okay, Mr. Now troubling devotees. Yeah, he was praying to the Lord for that. I can't hear you so well. Can you come over here?
So how do we think of when we meet people who sometimes we feel like they die because it's causing so much trouble to the devotees?
Sometimes you wish people who are causing lots of trouble to devotees, you wish they would die. Well, is that okay to think like that? I think let's have a vote. Is it okay? How many thinks it's okay to pray to think? How many thinks it's not okay? I think okay. Okay, so yeah, we cannot imitate Srila Prabhupada. We should not imitate Srila Prabhupada, but we can pray to the Lord for protection from envious people. Prahlada, he has a prayer, actually, in the 5th canto, that let all the envious people be pacified and let them be engaged in devotional service. I can give you an example of how to deal with envious people. My god sister, Anang Manjari, she was doing book distribution. She had a whole team of girls. They would travel town to town. So in one town, there was one very envious person, and the girls would be distributing books, and he would come and start arguing. He would tell the person, "Don't buy the book, it's really bad." And so the girls came to my god sister Ananga and said, "What should we do now? This man is just stopping our sales." So Ananga said, "Okay, let me deal with him." So then she started distributing the book, and a man came, and he was saying, "Don't take the book." And so then my godsister said, "Oh, this is our Uncle Kamsa. Whatever he says, you should do the opposite." And so the people were listening to her, and the guy was so frustrated. Then after 2 weeks, he gave up. He thought, "Oh, I'm the uncle, yes, okay, let me get a book too." And so that's how she dealt with him, envious person, that you encourage them to participate in the book distribution somehow. And yeah, and there's other examples. Some Russian, he would always come and he would, shout at the devotees. But after doing it for like a month, he also got attached. He's so attached to shouting, he got attached to the devotees, and then he became a devotee too. And so you try to engage them. There are some book distributors who are very expert in engaging envious people in the service of Krishna. I know there was one devotee, there was some from another religion, say, no, I can't help you, I can't take the book. So then the devotee said, "Well, can you give me some fruit?" And so the man gave him fruit. He said, okay, he started his devotional service. Yeah, anyway. Okay, good question. Yes? Yeah. Yeah. So what happened? So did the man get some benefit, you're saying? Because Prabhupada was thinking of him. He did take his name. Did he get some benefit? Well, yeah, in the sense that the Lord himself was part of his death. So he had a relationship with the Lord by dying. That was the service he did for Krishna, is dying, because he was so much trouble. So in one sense, he did get some benefit. But no, Prabhupada didn't agree. He did say, yes, we will all go back to Godhead, but not Mr. Nair. He said that. Yeah, you will go, you will go, you will go, but not Mr. Nair. He will not go. And so it sounds like to me, because of his offenses to devotees, then he must take many births, like a snake or something. The Gita says they're born as snakes and scorpions, and that's why he was compared to a snake, and that's why Prabhupada was happy that he died. Yes. Yes?
We hear many times that if one person in the family, Uttam Adhikari, gets liberated,
Yeah.
and 14th generation, 21st.
That's a preacher. Preacher is 14th generation.
What does the word liberation mean by?
What is the word liberation? Okay, we heard that different generations get liberated. So what kind of liberation do they get?
Correct. Now, you just mentioned about Indra Swami Maharaja's mother.
Yeah.
What type of liberation are we talking about?
Okay, so that's a very good question. What type of liberation do the people get, your family members? So that question was asked to Srila Prabhupada. So I'll repeat what Prabhupada said. Prabhupada said, they will become devotees. That's their liberation. They will start perhaps next birth. Sounds like this, Indradumna's mother started in this birth. And the last word she said was, I'm going to Krishna. So it's quite possible she perfected her life. Better late than never. It sounded like she did perfect her life. She got it because of her son. Well, no, there's two meanings to liberation. One is mukti, and that's what the impersonalists want. They want to go to the light. Yeah, sayuja mukti. Yeah, there's 5 kinds of mukti. But the devotee doesn't want any of those kind. They want vimukti. Vimukti. Yeah, that means service to Krishna. So that liberation devotees want. They want vimukti. And you will see that word in different places in Bhagavatam, which and the meaning is devotional service to Krishna. Devotional service. They want vimukti, a relationship with Krishna. Vimukti. Yeah.
So that means anybody who's liberated or 100 generations, 20
Yeah.
all they will become a devotee, but they do not go back to Godhead.
They can also go too, like Indradumna's mother looks like she went. She went. Yeah, it's possible they can go back to Godhead this life. And like it looks like she perfected her devotional service because the last word she said was Krishna.
But don't we say life is a preparation, death is an examination? All her life she didn't even want to believe there's something.
I know. But that's because her son was a devotee. So she had the two things. Her son is devotee, and she practiced without offense. She practiced without offense for 6 months, and the perfection is to have the name of Krishna on your tongue at the time of death. So she did get that perfection, and so she'll be a devotee in Goloka. Yeah. So you can go back to Godhead. Even there was another mother like that who didn't practice at all, and her son was there when she died, and the last thing she said was, "Is your Krishna here?" And Prabhupada said she went back to Godhead. He did give that example. So this one, for sure, Indra Raja's mother, yeah, she went back to Godhead. All the animals in Vrindavan, they go back to Godhead in this life. Because, yeah, Prabhupada said that all the animals in Vrindavan, they go back to Godhead in this life because they're practicing devotional service without offense. The animals can't make offenses. Shanta? Well, not necessarily. It depends what kind of... Liberation is in the heart. No, they hear the holy name, they eat prasadam. Yeah. Yeah. No, they can also be any rasa because it's in everyone's heart. There's a certain rasa, and it doesn't have to be. Yeah. So maybe they're practicing shantarasa. That's true. They're practicing that.
Talking about prasadam, you just mentioned prasadam. So does anything in Vrindavan means prasadam?
No. I know. That is according to your sense gratification. You don't want to offer it, but why do they offer everything to the deities in Vrindavan? You have to offer it. But that's not true. No, it's not like that. Well, everything is mercy. In that sense, it's true. But not that prasadam that you eat. It's not all the food is prasadam. Actually, some of our devotees on traveling Sankirtan in Prabhupada's time, they would go to the supermarket and offer the whole supermarket so they could all eat it. Anything in the supermarket, just, it's prasadam. Not meat, fish, and eggs, but it's... If you go, that's a different thing. Not you go to the shop and take it and say it. If you go to the Brijvasi's house, that can be another thing. But not if they worship, Parvati, Shiva, or down there, some are worshiping demigods, so you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Yes? He couldn't calm. Why couldn't Brahma calm down Nrisinghadev? Because in his service as a demigod, he's in charge of creation. So he's, of course, he's also the head of our sampradaya. But he was praying to Lord Nrisinghadev in his role as a demigod. And so that's why Lord Nrisinghadev wasn't so happy with the prayers of the demigods, because in of demigods. Lakshmi Devi Prabhupada said she was scared to go because she never saw her husband like that. She thought maybe it's not my husband. Prabhupada said, she was afraid actually. Narada Muni's past life. Why is it he did so much tapasya and he heard the Lord once? And why he only saw the Lord? He did so much austerity. Well, he just started he just was wandering. A 5-year-old boy wandering. But the Bhagavatam explains that there was still some material desires in his heart, and that's why the Lord said, you still have to purify yourself more, and that's why you will not see me again in this life. So he had to go through more austerity and purification in order to change at the time of death. That's when he became pure devotee. Time of death, when he changed his body. Okay, you had a question also? You forgot it. Who? Narada. Oh, he was practicing. No, he was doing meditation. Well, no, the reason the Lord said because you're not perfect, there's still some material things in your heart, and that's why you will not see me again in this life. So he must have been doing some kind of bhakti. No, he was doing bhakti because he served the Bhaktivedantas. He learned bhakti. He ate their prasadam. So he got some purification. He was practicing bhakti because he was serving Bhaktivedantas. That's so. And he ate their remnants. Right. Exactly. Chaturmasya. You got the blessings. Well, yeah, we all got the blessings, but still we have to work at it. We got the blessings. It doesn't mean you get the blessing and then you stop your service. Oh, I got the blessing. Oh, my life is perfect. No. Next day you have to do it again. That was my experience. I was Pujari in Calcutta. Prabhupada came and he called myself and my husband up and said, thank you for worshiping the deity so nicely. And when we offered obeisances, then one sannyasi said, did you hear what Prabhupada said when you offer obeisance? And we said, no. He said, Prabhupada said, be blessed. So he gave us blessings. But, we were like 24, 25. So it's not like you retire when you get the blessings. The next day you have to earn the blessings again. You have to keep earning the blessings. You have heard a lot of saints and sannyasis in Vrindavan have seen Bhagavan. Yeah, I'm not sure they see Krishna. There's a lot of impersonalist sannyasis in Vrindavan too, and they're not following the rules and the four regulative principles, actually. So perhaps in the past, I think there's some books about that, about saints of Vrindavan, but we can't really say who is who right now in Vrindavan. Yeah, of course, 6 Goswamis, all the people in our disciplic succession, they are pure devotees. But right now, I can't say. I'm sure there are some who have seen, but we cannot say that everyone has everyone has seen. That's a very rare thing. Okay, any other questions, comments? So you can pass the papers back. We will use them again tomorrow, but if you wrote on them, you keep them tomorrow. If you're coming tomorrow, you can keep them and bring them back. Otherwise, if you're not sure, just hand them back. If yours is finished, then just keep it. The babies get to keep one copy. And give them that same copy tomorrow. Yeah. So tomorrow, same time, we will find out why should we surrender to Krishna. So many reasons why we should surrender. Okay. Jai, glory to Prabhupada, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Oh, are you? What's your name? Oh, yeah, right. Okay. So, what time will be 11 o'clock on, let's see, Saturday. Saturday, 11:30.